Salutations, my creeps, it is I, Pikachu the Creeper, and welcome back to Let's Play ToonTown Rewritten. In the last episode, I showed off the Toon Estate. Barely. I showed off how to make a friend. Barely. And I showed off a couple more trolley games, after the fiasco that was the first episode. And in this episode, we're going to be continuing our adventure through the town of Toon. Starting off with this little pop-up. Like I said, I'm recording this immediately after the second part, so I won't be able to read your guys' answers to the comment questions. I won't be able to answer any questions that you may put in the comments. But I do take all of your suggestions to heart, so please feel free to comment down there. Every little bit helps my channel grow. Like the video if you want to see some more. Subscribe to become a creep today. Yada yada yada. Now that that little sheet's out of the way, let's go ahead and get back to the game. Good job using the phone. Return to Toon headquarters to claim your reward. Okay. And no, Lucky will not be joining me. Immediately after I canceled out the last thing, I saw a little thing that said they left. I checked my friends list and they're gone. They left. They're gone. They're good. They probably just had to log out, which is why they're not on the online Toon list. There are more lists over here that you can see. Like you can see there's pets for doodles, which as of this recording have not been implemented yet. And then if I click this again, you can see all my Toon friends. Which in this case would just be Lucky, so there's no point. Ooh! Would you look at that? Our 15 is now 16. Did you buy anything nice? I just finished redecorating my house, and I must say, it looks Toon-tastic. Come back if you have time for more Toon tasks. We have plenty of them. Your laugh limit has been increased by 1. Bye! Alright, alright, alright! I say that right there is a good spot to end it off. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so here is where the game really begins. You can talk to the HQ officers to get your first task. Visit Flippy in Toon Hall in the playground of Toontown Central for gag training. Whew, tired yet? No, you look like you could use some new gags. Go see Flippy, maybe he can help you out. Flippy's building is called Toon Hall, which is in this playground. Bye! Okay, let's go to Toon Hall. Totally not a pun on Town Hall. If you're wondering what district I'm in currently, at the time of this recording, I am in Graphite Gulch of Welcome Valley. Don't need that. Mickey's Toon Hall. That's too bad this game isn't owned by Disney anymore, so who's this Mickey character? This is kind of weird. Oh no, they fixed it. Alright, sweet. A while ago, it used to be that Flippy would be standing right here in front of the doorway right when you walk in. You immediately come to right where I'm standing now, Flippy will stand right here, and you have to glitch through him in order to get out. It was just a pain. Now they finally put him behind the counter. Thank Christ for that. By the way, even if you try and make Flippy into a Toon, like you make your Toon blue, you get the cool little orange shirt and the blue pants and everything, Flippy's body type is still larger than what would happen if you copy that body type for your Toon. It's impossible to make a true Flippy. Hey, I remember seeing you outside Tom's place earlier. I don't believe I formally introduced myself. I'm Flippy, president of the Toon Council here in Toontown. Hopefully we'll be seeing each other a lot more often. It looks like you need to practice training your gags. You see, every time you hit a cog with one of your gags, it increases your experience. Didn't I say that in the first episode? Pay attention, guys. I swear this is going to be a running gag for this series, that every time I go to explain something, somebody else later in the game explains it for me. When you get enough experience, you'll be able to buy an even better gag. Why not try it out now? To get some practice in, try defeating 4 cogs on the streets. Have fun in Toontown! Alright, so here we go, guys. Our first official task. Defeat cogs. Get used to it, guys. In order to progress through the game, you're going to have to fight a lot of cogs. Granted, I have nothing against that, because there's so much else you can do in the meantime. Like, if you just want to take a break from fighting cogs for a while, go fishing or something. Go race some cars, go garden. Go play mini-golf. There's a lot to do. And then, of course, there's trolley games. Like I said, I'll be showing off the mini-golf in a separate episode, probably. Same with the kart racing. Kart racing in itself is probably going to be maybe 2 parts worth. I don't know, I'll have to see. No, I'll probably just make it one long stand apart with what I have in mind. Let's just find this gold color. You've got big trouble on the line. Oh, do I now? Well, you, sir, have a cupcake to the face. There's flat. Always remember, where there's smoke, there's fire. Oof, that burns. But I'm Tish. And I'm just fighting this guy this way because I want to balance out my gags. Technically, I could just use 2 of the same gag and get the same thing. He's a level 1, so he only has 6 HP. My Squirt Flower currently does 3 damage, so 2 Squirt Flowers would be more than enough. And bear in mind, like I said in part 1, Squirt does less damage than Throw. I could take on a level 2. Yeah, you guys would probably like to see that. Let's fight a level 2. Ooh, I'm edgy. I'm going to need to use you to step up the corporate ladder. Oh, is that true? Is that so? Well, them's fighting words. Have a cupcake. I'm feeling generous today. Now let's see if you guys know math. A level 2 cog. 2 plus 1 is 3, times the next number in line, which would be 4. 3 times 4, 12. The level 2 cog has 12 HP. So 3 cupcakes will do it in. Or not. Anyway, 3 cupcakes would do it in, or 4 Squirt Flowers. Oh no! Hashtags! I'm probably going to be setting up a Twitter account eventually, so that if you guys come up with some decent fan art for this character, or for the adventure in general, you can just hashtag it or something. I don't know, I'll figure out something. I'll figure out some way for you guys to get that awesome artwork to me. And hey, if I like it, I'll put it in the episode. Or I'll make another episode that's designated strictly to me showing off all that cool artwork. Easy come, easy go. Indeed, and it missed. By the way, cogs pretty much have their own set of gags, but they never run out. So, if you think you can just war of attrition this thing to have it run out of gags and pretty much be able to do nothing, you're not gonna win the fight at all. I survived, but at what cost? Whatever, I still need 2 more cogs to fight. Let's just keep running. Oh, by the way, cogs will always walk along the street, so if you stay on the sidewalk, you won't encounter any. Like it isn't obvious here with this level 3 flunky walking through. Oh, choppy frame rate. As you walk through, you'll probably notice like little gray areas that will slowly fade in. And I don't mean by these doors here that are just solid black. There we go. I don't mean like that, I mean along the street itself, it'll just be like gray area and then it'll fade in. Have I found a short change yet? No, I haven't. Alright guys, this will be the next part of our journey right here. I completely forgot to mention in the last episode that that little cog gallery is also a cog radar. You can see underneath each cog that there's like a certain number that you gotta fill in. If you do that, you'll be able to start scanning for that cog, but only if you've completed every single cog, completed and maxed out every cog along that line. Like I need to view and defeat every boss bot along its line in order to in order to start scanning for boss bots, and vice versa. I cannot word for the life of me. I think we're level 5. I'm just trying to think straight. It's clear that this is my first Let's Play ever, because I have no idea what in the hell I'm doing. I'll just do it this way. Flunky, 2 of 30. Once I defeat 30, it'll change color. Then it'll say 45, I believe? Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. Something like that. So it's something along those lines. Anyway, once you fill that out, the background of it will change color. Once you change the color of the entire backgrounds for everything along that line, you'll be able to click on this little symbol over here and scan the area for certain cogs and buildings. I'll explain the buildings later. It'll pretty much just pop up in the center here, like 0 buildings of that type. Normally when I click this, it'll say like 2 flunkies, and it'll be referring to what's on the street right now, not what's in the entire game. So just focus on the street. Oh, I need 1 more cog. It's pretty fun. It's a nice little bonus thing. Oh, I should also mention that pressing Alt or clicking right here will bring up the map. This is only in Rewritten, I believe. It'll tell you what the percentage of a certain type of cog is along whatever street. Really, really useful for if you're going after a certain cog. I normally just go to Silly Street in ToonTown Central because it's a 25% for everything. That's pretty much all that I really need to cover, I believe. If something else pops up, I'll be sure to bring it up. Oh, I believe I said in the last episode that certain cogs can only be as low as a certain level or as high as a certain level. That also depends on where they are. In Toontown Central, the highest level cog you'll ever face is a level 3. So this is a great place for new players. That Bloodsucker, since he's a rank 2 cog, will be at a lowest level of 2 and a highest level of 6. So, fight if you're ready. Not bad, not bad. Don't mind me, I'm just installing ToonHQ on my phone. It's a very handy little app, guys. I totally recommend going after it. I believe it's on the Play Store, I know that. I'm not certain if it's on the App Store or not. It's basically... oh, hi. It's basically a direct link to the ToonHQ website and it has all sorts of other little goodies on it. It'll have news pop-ups, it'll have lists of invasions. It also has a cog finder, which helps you figure out what cog types are on what streets. Like it says here, Loopy Lane is Sellbot 10, Cashbot 10, Lawbot 70, and Bossbot 10, so if you really need Lawbots, go to Loopy Lane. But that's just an example. I normally tend to have this on standby, and I completely forgot that. Thanks to me having a new phone, I no longer have that app. I had to get it again. Can you please stop missing? Jeez Louise! Oh, now I'm all wet. I'm melting, I'm melting. Oh, what a world. If the cupcake hits, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm pissed. Tomato. Anyway. That's one cog down. Alright, 3 more throw and 2 more squirt and we'll have new gags. But for now, we completed our task, so let's head back to Flippy. Not too much really to say about the starting tasks in Toontown. They tend to be easy, but at times they'll give you a little bit of trouble. Since this is us turning in a task, it will fully heal my lap, so I'm not too concerned about that. It's just my gags that I'm worried about. I'm probably going to have to get some more beans and buy some more gags. I highly recommend, after that first trip through the trolley, if you don't like the games, fish. Because fishing rocks. It doesn't take all too long to get beans, and it's pretty good. Oh, woo! Nice work! Got a new gag yet? I don't even know what the hell noise that was that just came out of me. You know, the cogs come in 4 different types. There are Sellbots for marketing, Cashbots for accounting, Lawbots for legal advice, and Bossbots to keep them all in line. There's a 5th type too, but I'll get into that later. They all, well, 5th type for sake of bosses, not for cog type, I should probably say that. They all wear different suits and name tags, so you'll be able to see the difference easily. Check your sticker book if you need some help identifying them. Here, let's practice. Go defeat 4 of those Lawbots I talked about. That's a good thing I brought up that Loopy Lane tip, huh? Fun fact, this is random. It's always 4 of a random one. I happen to have gotten Lawbot. If you're playing along with me, you may get like Cashbot, Sellbot, Bossbot. It really just depends. Since I'm low on gags, I'm going to go ahead and fish. Might as well show off that mechanic. Pretty easy. Oh! A cog invasion has begun. Backstabbers have taken over Toontown. Oh dear. Well, I'm in Welcome Valley, so I won't be able to show off what happens when an invasion goes down. Basically, the streets get... all the cogs along the street get replaced with 1 cog specifically. And, when you fight them, you get double experience for your gags. Since I'm on Welcome Valley, I won't be fighting any of those high-level cogs like Backstabber, but I still get the double experience for it, so that's pretty useful for me. Click and drag down from the cast button. The farther you drag, the stronger the cast will be. Adjust your angle to hit the fish targets. Try it now. Grab, pull, and release. Simple as that. That little splash radius is pretty much how close these shadows have to be. Once they get within that little radius thing, you catch them. When you cast it out, you need bait. based on what rod you have, is how much one bait will cost. Since this is the twig rod and this is just starting out, it'll only cost 1 bean per cast. The bamboo rod is number 2, that costs 2. Then it's the hardwood, the iron, and the gold, which is 3, 4, and 5 respectively. Each rod that you get unlocks new fish for you to go out and catch. So if you're trying to go after every fish, you're gonna need at least a gold. You're gonna need the gold rod. A new species, the hot air balloon fish. 1 pound, 12 jelly beans. I love that. But yeah, you saw there, new species. That's number 1. Once we get 10, we get a new laugh point. That only took us 2 beans because I cast twice and I got 12 out of it. You see what I mean? It doesn't take that much time to get a lot of beans in Toontown if you're pretty good at fishing. Like right there, I probably should have got that, but oh well. I don't really have that much time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep casting. New species, clownfish, 3 pounds, 1 ounce, 4 jelly beans. The weight of a fish also determines the jelly bean. I love that little horn, the little trumpet blare for the king crab. Starfish. I probably should have showed that off, I'm sorry. If I catch another one, I'll show it off.
Dr. White,
Nurse
telephone,
shark.
please.
You see, like
Dr.
this, 4
White.
pounds, 18 jelly bean. That's actually a pretty not too weighty shark, so it's not worth too many jelly beans compared to what it could be worth. The rarity of the fish changes the jelly bean worth, as well as the weight. So, like that hot air balloon fish was worth 12 beans, if I caught one that just so happened to be heavier, it'd be worth more. Sad clownfish. By the way, all the different species of one type all look the same. Like the regular clownfish, the sad clownfish, the party clownfish, all look like this. But you see there, 13 beans from that one fish. 1 cast, 4 beans for a catfish. Ah, I should have shown that off, I'm sorry. I need to stop doing that. I need to remember that I'm in the middle of a Let's Play. I need to show off this stuff, not just blast through it because I can. Negative Frequency, that's a cool name. Cool Denarios? How do I pronounce that name? I'm sorry. Oh, that's a fail. It's coming towards me. Get in there.
Dr. White, telephone, please. Dr. White.
Alright, here's a reference out there for fellow YouTubers who know exactly what I'm referencing. Shut up, nurse! Go ahead and put that in the comments if you know who I'm referencing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Oh, the starfish. They're not worth much, but they're cute. Circus clownfish, 22 beans. You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? You can get beans by the buttload if you know what you're doing. There's another nurse shark before you guys have already seen that. Oh, there's another one you can catch here. That's the dogfish, and the peanut butter and jellyfish, and the amore eel. I should probably learn how to cast. Whatever. I won't show off every fish because there's 2 that are ball-bustingly difficult to get. But do you see this? From 1 round of fishing, I got 134 beans. Fishing is a great way to earn beans. And as we can check our little fish book, 9 new species. If we get 1 more, we're getting a laugh boost. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that laugh boost right quick. So all you do is walk on up, and away you go. Not hard at all. This is a pretty relaxing episode, isn't it? So it's just me casting a line and seeing what I can grab. Oh, there we go, party clownfish. I want to see if I can get that catfish again so I can show that the animation of it off to you guys. And again, I apologize for skipping it that first time. Knowing my luck, it's going to be the last bloody cat. Can I please just catch a fish? Anyway, knowing my luck, it'll probably be the last thing that I catch tonight. It'll be while I'm not recording, and I'll catch like 500,000 of them. So look at that, now I'm getting clownfish. Whatever, we got our, You saw, by the way, you guys probably saw there, I got that 134 beans, and I was only holding 40. All those additional beans went straight to my bean bank in my house. You don't lose any of those beans, so you have no need to worry. In the original Toontown, anything that couldn't fit in your jar was just lost. So you'd have to run all the way to your house, store all your beans, come back and fish again. It was just a pain in the ass. Wow, you collected 10 of 70 fish. That deserves a trophy and a laugh boost. Well, congratulations, Orange Monkey. Here's hoping that Creeps actually gets accepted as a name. If it doesn't, I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do next with the name, but I'm hoping this works. Anyway, we need 4 Lawbots, so let's... Ooh! Gags. I'm sorry. I was gonna head off to Loopy Lane with very few gags. Oh, woe was me. Ooh, gray screen, hello. Hey, it's Clara! She helped us out at the start of the game. Let's talk to Clark. Both these characters do the exact same thing, you just buy beans from them. There's no real point in choosing one over the other unless you just like one of their designs, I guess. I believe Clerk Clara is a SOS toon. I'll explain SOSs when we get to world number 3. I can see that we're already at the 21-minute mark. That's fine by me. I can make this go as long as I want. By the way, I should mention this, that the 2 hardest fish to catch in the game, I believe, are available the minute you get the bamboo rod. So once you upgrade your rod once, that's all you need. Yee. Aren't I in Welcome Valley? No, I'm not. Well, shoot. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna show that off. That is way too risky. I'm not going after one of those things. They could probably one-shot me. A fun fact, if you get an invasion of a certain cog type in Toontown Central, if their lowest type is higher than the 1 through 3 mark, they'll only be encountered at that lowest number. So it's literally impossible to fight level 12 cogs in Toontown Central. The highest level they can be here is 8 if they're going off their lowest level, and that's only if it's an invasion of the highest level, the highest ranking, I should say, cog. Well, let's see, we already fought the bottom feeder, and we already fought the bloodsucker. The only thing left to do in Toontown Central, Lawbot-wise, that we've yet to fight, is the Double Talker. That's a Lawbot. I want to see if there's a Double Talker around here. This would be cool to show it off. I mean, you guys already saw its face, so you know what it looks like. It has 2 face, hence Double Talker. That's a telemarketer. That's a rank 2 sellbot. I don't need them, but oh well. Might as well just go after this bottom feeder, I guess. I gave up way too easily there, didn't I? Good. I need a little pick-me-up. Almost everything that they say at the start of a battle tends to be a joke of some sort, which is funny to me considering cogs have no sense of humor. So, why do they find this amusing? Wow. Wait a minute, you're a bottom feeder. It didn't miss, you ate it. It just didn't go all over your face. For Pete's sake. You want something to wash it down with, at least? There you go. So you're not a bottom feeder, you're a thirsty feeder. A bottom thirster, something like that. Bottom drinker. Oh dear. Bottom of the barrel, I guess. Let's just go ahead and upgrade our squirt. Booyah. And see there? Since I've used it so much, it did 4 points of damage as opposed to 3. The more you use a gag, that is to say, the closer it gets to ranking up, the more damage it'll do. Oh, that's right, double experience. Sweet, so now we have our new squirt gag, which is the glass of water. Basically, you do a spit take. You drink the whole thing down, you pretend that the cog says something funny to you, and you spit it in their face. Kinda like a Dilophosaurus, really. Except they're not funny. And that's tar, it goes all over the face. All over the face of the guy who played Newman in Seinfeld. C5 damage right there. It's moving time. And I just take 1 point. All the good your eviction notice does, mate. I've been through enough stuff in my life to know exactly what an eviction notice does, and it does not affect me at all. So get out of my face. Slipping. I'm not an octopus, why did I ink? Let's hope this hits then. Just go ahead and get my 6 experience. And yes, I said 6. I completely forgot about the double, thanks to the invasion. After literally 5 seconds of explaining it. And now we have the fruit pie slice. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Throw and squirt are always single target, unless you get the max. Like the wedding cake that I was talking about in part 2, hits every cog. Actually, the highest level of every gag hits every cog, even if the gag itself normally hits every cog as is, like so. Toon-Up, it hits the tunes, but we'll get more into that when the time comes. Let's just go ahead and squirt this guy, I guess. We got more squirt flowers than cupcakes, so let's just go ahead and squirt them. Care for a drink? Now wait a minute, how did that work? You didn't push the blue, you didn't push the red, you pushed the nozzle. You pushed where the water came out of. That ain't right. I have one of those things at my house. You're supposed to push the little plunger thing in the doohickeys and it'll squirt the water. Ours doesn't have the heated part, it's just room temperature and cooled. Whoa. You guys saw that, right? The whole world gave out for a minute there. Yeesh. Anyway, that happened. Basically, this task is as simple as can be. You just fight 4 of the same cog. It doesn't have to be the same cog specifically, like bottom feeder, it just has to be 4 of the same type. And it just happens to be, in my case, that bottom feeder is a Lobot. 6 damage right there. 1 shot, baby, booyah. Ouch-ah-yah. I promise you, it will be this game will get a lot more fun the further in I get. It's just dull right now because I'm alone. I'm a loner. But I don't care, double experience. It'd probably be easier if I just went back to Playground, huh? Ah, district map. Thank you. Oh, and I've got the hiccups, that's joyous. Like it really matters, though. Toontown Central, here we are. Back into Toon Hall. Oh, good, you're back. I was getting worried that you got lost. Do you understand the difference between the 4 cogs now? I think you're ready to go ahead and start training for a new gag track. Librarian Larry is an expert on gags. He can give you some expert advice on the next track. Librarian Larry's building is called ToonTown Library, which is in this playground. See ya, Orange Monkey. I believe you can also get Harriet Haha, I believe her name is, from the Laughing Place, or some mouse guy. I'm trying to remember. He runs this gym. I believe his name is like something neck thing. Anyway, we need to head over to the... Oh. As you guys probably saw there, that tune went sad. Well, now it's asleep, which means that the player is AFK for a while. If I just sit here for long enough, my tune will fall asleep too. But you saw that the neck of that tune was down to the point of where they looked like they were about to fall on their face. That means that they went sad. When you go sad, you lose all of your gags, your laugh is at 0, and you're stuck moving around the playground at a very, very slow speed. You have to wait until your HP fills up again before you can go anywhere. Am I missing something? Oh, here it is. Yes, I really was missing something. I walked past it like 17 times. In we go. Hi, Larry. Throw and squirt are great, but you're going to need more gags to fight those higher level cogs. Yeah. When you team up with other tunes against the cog, you can combine your gags for even more giggles. That, I like to, going off of Pokemon terms here for a second, that I like to call stab. Same type attack bonus. Basically, if every tune, or at least 2 tunes, use the same gag type, like if me and a friend use squirt, or if me and a friend use throw, on the same cog, it'll do the same, it'll do damage against it normally, and an additional bit. because we use pretty much the same gag. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly the same gag. So if I use a cupcake, they don't have to use a cupcake. They can use a fruit pie slice if they want to. Still, it just does additional damage. It's great for taking out one cog at a time, or a bunch of cogs at once if you're going with sound, stuff like that. Try different combinations of gags to see what works best. To start... Okay. Anyway, what he was trying to say was, to start you off, I'm going to give you a choice between two gags. Sound and Toon-Up. I really don't know what happened there, guys. And then he goes off to explain that sound hits every single one of your targets, but it does very little damage. But again, like I said, it doesn't. I cannot speak for the life of me because I have short-term memory loss. Sound hits every single cog on the field, or that's in battle at least, for very small damage, but if you team it up with other tunes, you could do a lot of damage altogether, knocking out whole groups of cogs at once. Toon-Up hits every target too, except this time it hits your friends. This allows you to heal other players in battle, but not yourself. Keep that in mind. For this tune, I'm probably going to go with sound. I mean, I know Toon-Up is useful, but based on when you get the chance to get sound again, it'll be too late for what I want to show off, so I'm going for sound first. So all we gotta do now is just talk to Larry again. Back up and walk up again. Ready to decide? Choose a track or feel free to come back later. Sound gags affect all cogs but are not very powerful. Toon-Up lets you heal other tunes in battle. Sound. Ah, great decision. Hang on a minute, I can't just give you the gags. Didn't Flippy tell you about training? Before you can buy those gags, you need to know how to use them by collecting film strips. ToonHQ can give you a few toon tasks to earn them. Hello? Ugh. There are 15 film strips, which form an animation to show you how to use your new gags. When you collect all 15, you can get the final gag training task that will allow you to use them. You can check your progress in the sticker book. You can now train for sound gags. That's about all I can tell you. Good luck on training. And now, it begins. Each world in the game has its own set of toon tasks that primarily get based off of what gag you can earn after completing them. If not, then it's a way of building up for a special task. For this world, i.e. ToonTown Central, you get to choose for sound or Toon-Up, like I just picked. Make your decision. Choose your decision wisely. I'd recommend talking with friends to come up with all sorts of strategies that you can use together in battle. Let's go ahead and see what kind of gags we can do. Tasks. I can visit Looney Lewis, used clown cars on Silly Street for a medium pouch that lets me hold 25 gags at once. I can visit Professor Pete in the Toontown Schoolhouse in the playground of ToonTown Central for a 1-point laugh boost, or I can go after 2 cash bots for the first track of my sound. By the way, if you don't like what Larry has, I'm going to show you a trick. You older toons know exactly what I'm talking about, but for new guys who are just joining into this Let's Play, first of all, welcome. Second of all, what are you doing here? This isn't for kids. Get out. You lied. No, come back. I need the views, please. Anyway, if you don't like the tasks that one HQ officer is giving you, talk to another one. See? 2 cold collars for 20 jelly beans, 6 cogs for 40 jelly beans, Professor Pete again. Just to get this out of the way, I'm not making an Uber tune. An Uber tune is basically a tune with less than 20 laugh points, who tends to have maxed throw, squirt, and sometimes a different gag, be it Toon-Up or sound. I'm not going for that. That is way too much work. Oh, 10 cogs and 2 towns left for a clothing ticket. You can exchange this clothing ticket for more clothes in the clothing stores in the playgrounds, not at the catalog. I guess to start off, we should probably... Yeah, let's just do Professor Pete for that laugh boost. Professor Pete has conducted some research on the cogs. Go talk to him if you want to help out. Professor Pete's building is called ToonTown Schoolhouse, which is in this playground. Bye! Easy. And based on that little counter up there in the corner that only I can see, we are about 35 minutes in, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off here. Alright, so in the next episode, we will go ahead and see exactly what Professor Pete wants from us, and hopefully get another piece for our gag training, so we can be one step closer to using sound. Alright, so, if you want to become a creep today, go ahead and subscribe. If you wish to see more content like this in the foreseeable future, go ahead and hit that like button. And be sure to check the description box for this episode's comment question. I look forward to reading your guys' answers. So, I will see you guys in the next video. Sayonara!